sad about it. No sad about it.
I just got bags from Prada, rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we back up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Dying from laughter. When it come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up.
I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. I'm with the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
No, you sad about it. No, you sad about it.
I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down when the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top when the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up.
I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. With the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
No, you sad about it. No, you sad about it.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, dog. This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People wanna know where Mace, Posse, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, and head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rockin' over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter right. Turn it up, we giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Gentlemen. When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, the pass to your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin, subjugate the dub play. And you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ the final. Vocals we align, we'll move it all simultaneously over joints we rock. We earn 30 years so you can say we got 3 turns. Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men. We install doubt in you and your yes men. And if the game had veins, we'll insert upheaval the ground. Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing. We're leaving the kings of all crowns. So are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter right. Turn it up, y'all keep the flow. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Turn it up, y'all keep the flow. Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the rocket like rocket fuel.
Okay, Coach, we are in the so-called rock and roll capital of the world, Cleveland, Ohio, at First Energy Stadium on the shores of Lake Erie. This was the scene a few minutes ago, the dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Like 80. Hatchet. 44. Bravo. Jump. Jack 16. Topper. Slack.
This is a guy who made a Pro Bowl in his second season, James Conner. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
Show that bench release and go.
On 2nd and 11 now. Roethlisberger throwing the out route incomplete. It's Bryant. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you, and you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Able to find Switzer. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. On first down, it's Roethlisberger. Screen pass to Conner. No gain on the screen there at second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. On second down, Connor looking for space. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Terrence Mitchell, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself intimidated them in a sense and got the ball from them.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
All right, T, let's all right, T. Hey, watch this. Hey, alert, 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 alert.
Mayfield down. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Set, 20. Hey, alert, 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 alert. I'm coming for you, son. All right, 55. Go. That's it.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Eluding the pressure right. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
180.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
The last two plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. Going to the air again with Mayfield. He finds Beckham complete. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
3rd and 6.
Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike. Hey, alert 33. Hey, Mike 7. Mike 1.
To throw, Mayfield. And that's going to be caught from Browns. Touchdown. Odell Beckham, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
12 yards there and a first down.
Mike, ready? 180. Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration. Kill.
Right back to Cotter here on first. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now Roethlisberger. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a first and 20.
Hey, we got four. We got four down.
Now Roethlisberger. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Watch that end. Tight end's right. Four down. Check. 44.
Here's Roethlisberger. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. At 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharp pressure. Comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Noah Spence came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Mayfield to throw it. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they are silly, and it leads to a play action sack. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
1st down, Pittsburgh.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
From the 39, Roethlisberger. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
230. We got 4. We got 4. 8. Alert. Hey, Alpha.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Roethlisberger. And a throw there going to be incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Returnable here for Callaway. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. leverage guys, win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. From the gun, Mayfield gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. Shedding the tackle that gives him some room. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Regular.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 28.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb, and he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. On 3rd down, Mayfield. Now Mayfield lost the football, and it's picked up by the Steelers, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry like this,
and it is cold,
it's also slick that way.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Joe Schobert leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Hey, Delta. Let's go.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. To Switzer over the middle. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Start! Like 20! 7-7.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And he connects with Vance McDonald. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
First down, Steelers.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. There to get him down defensively, Brian Allen.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Out left side here to Bryant. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. The Steelers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot downfield. No. Guaranteed the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game. We'll just start all over.
So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. The improv on the scramble there gets them 6, and it'll be second down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
180. Defense wins championships, baby. Slam. Regular. Done.
They go with Chubb on second down. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And the Steelers now in the nickel here on third down.
Point it right.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
Started to look like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Here's Switzer. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn. And this throw will be intercepted. It's T.J. Carey who picked it. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Jack 16.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. And he rifles one incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. But it's going to be second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now,
it's caught inside the 25. A big play. Smith-Schuster on the throw from Big Ben. 52 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
Check. Lucky. Alert. Check.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Start! 180. Monday. 80 weapons. Set. Black and third.
And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. Trying to ram his way in, but they're going to hold him back at the goal line. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the one on 2nd and goal.
Hey, alert.
Roethlisberger keeps it, and he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the sneak, kind of a waste. Third down. How about this Browns defense? They've held so far. This is now 3rd and goal.
I'm here all day. I'm Nicker.
They'll try to run it. This is Conner. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. James Conner with touchdown number 8 on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The lefty Tavecchio now to add the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30, they'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Play fake. Mayfield. And this will be incomplete. Physical play.
Good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Man open, that's Damian Ratley. And he'll be taken down, but not before they... Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
Well, now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
At the Steelers' 18-yard line.
20. I got you, son. I got you.
A run for Nick Chubb. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. And he'll get this pretty close to a 1st down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 13-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape, and that is not going to get it done. Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Seibert's kick is good, and they take a 17-14 lead. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal, because an extra point is supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say, if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Switch, X3, 218, chopper. Check 25.
They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Hey, orbit.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. He completes it to Bryant. Dez Bryant with nothing but green grass ahead of him. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Dez Bryant, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead. Tavecchio good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Hey!
The Browns drive about to get started. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but now Mayfield lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room, where they got it right there on that return for a touchdown. Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This one fielded at the 5. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Easy. Let him know.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Greedy Williams, the rookie from LSU. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the 4th. Baker Mayfield, as a rookie, 3 times he led the Browns back to victory in the 4th quarter. What can he do here in year number 2? A first down run, not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there, so that'll bring up 2nd and 9. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play. That is caught at the 7. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Throwing, Mayfield to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you? You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it. What am I thinking? You know what I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right? That's true. You've said that before.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4. No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around? We'll see what they do. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jannard Avery leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there. Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. Now Ben on 3rd and long. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. He went over 100 yards in the wild card round. He's over 100 here as well. And a first down. Roethlisberger now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, alert. 50 seconds. Mike, 50 seconds.
Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. This one complete. Right side to McDonald. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Roethlisberger going top shelf for Smith. That's caught at the 25. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Then to throw again. And this is caught at the 8. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run here with Connor. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Well, a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Ryan Switzer, the intended target. But now it's 3rd and goal.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. They'll try to surge ahead with Connor. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal.
Brings up 4th and goal.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Tavecchio puts this one through, and that'll push the lead up to 8. And from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
1st down, Mayfield. Throw left side, complete. That's Hunt.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
It's 2nd and 8.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Mayfield. Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Mayfield. He finds Beckham complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 24 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Going to the air again with Mayfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie first-rounder from Michigan, Devin Bush. Well, when I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
They begin on the ground here with Conner, and very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
At their 49-yard line.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. From just shy of midfield, Roethlisberger over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Steelers first down.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Alert, 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 alert. Shift, shift.
On 1st and 10 is Conner. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the fourth. Hard to believe. Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it? Yep. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes.
Here we go, here we go. Block 80!
At 2nd and 11. At the 12-yard line.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee.
It's a loss of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
Set! 180!
56 is the mic. Good track, good track.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking